Hello and happy new year. Finally, we're here in this new year and it's an amazing and beautiful start. And you know, I've been hearing it a lot. I've been seeing it all over Facebook, especially yesterday and the day before and a little bit even today. I've been hearing it from friends. We were at a New Year's Eve party and people were talking about this there, and maybe you've been experiencing, maybe you've been talking about this yourself, but it's this whole idea of New Year's resolutions. I hate them. It's kind of weird because as a coach, you'd think that I would love them, right? You'd think that this would be my ideal thing because it's all about setting goals and people making changes. And yeah, no, not so much. I do not like New Year's resolutions. I don't like the idea of them. I don't like to do them. I don't like my clients to do them. And here's why. And I want to share this with you. And if you've been setting New Year's resolutions, listen in and see if there's something in here that might make what you're doing even stronger than what you're already doing. And if you don't like New Year's resolutions, if you're kind of in that camp with me, I just want to share this, and maybe if you have different ideas about them, I'd love to hear them in the post below. You can comment below for that. But the reason I don't really jive with New Year's resolutions is this one reason right here. They're based on shoulds. Every New Year's resolution I say every, 99.9% of the New Year's resolutions that people set, they're based on, I should lose weight. I should do better with my money. I should have a better relationship. I should get more clients. I should be making more. Like, it's all based on shoulds. As Kate, my business partner, says, well, you're shoulding all over yourself. I don't like that energy, because whenever you try to set a goal based on shoulds, what happens? Immediately what happens is guilt comes up, blame, self-doubt, judgment, shame. All of these energies creep up because you should be doing better at the goals you set based on the shoulds. And it's just not a healthy way to set goals, because it's like that image, right? I know it gets used a lot, and it's true, that image of the person pushing that boulder up the hill. That's what New Year's resolutions are like. That's the energy of New Year's resolutions. That's why I don't like them. Because as soon as you try to wake up today, like so many people woke up this morning, and I guarantee you the gym down the road, jam-packed with people, because they think they should be exercising. They think they should be losing weight. They think they should be eating better. Now, all those things are true and right and real, but it's the energy behind it that really I just don't care for. And as they're on that elliptical or running or doing whatever they're doing, the energy of self-doubt, judgment, blame, shame, guilt, all that stuff is running through them. And it just makes it that much harder. They're working against themselves trying to reach their goals. Not a fun way to live, which is why New Year's resolutions on average work for about a week to maybe 10 days, because that's as long as most people can handle running that energy of should, guilt, blame, shame, judgment, self-doubt, all that self-talk, all that stuff. It's like after a week to 10 days, people are like, forget it. Forget it. At least the state I was in was a lot more fun. And that state that they're in is what I call the state of ambivalence. This is one of the most dangerous aspects to any goal setting or any desire or intention that you have, is the state of ambivalence. And the state of ambivalence means this. It means that whatever's going on in your life in a particular area is uncomfortable enough for you to want it to be different, but not too uncomfortable for you to actually make a change. Like, it's that little spot of in between. Right? It's that spot of, like, with people, I know for me a couple years ago, I spent the better part of a year in the state of ambivalence around my eating. I knew that intuitively, I was like, I don't think my body does good with some gluten. Not my thing. Dairy, I don't know if and I just knew that there was some changes I needed to make, but I didn't have celiacs. It didn't make me sick. It just made me uncomfortable for a short time frame. So for a year, I tolerated this state of ambivalence. And my father-in-law shared an amazing statement with me when I first met my husband, Dave. He said, one of the sayings he's always said is, you get what you tolerate. And I was like, wow, yep. And for a year, I tolerated it. For a year, I lived in this state of ambivalence because it was uncomfortable enough where I was like, I need to make a change about the way I eat. But it wasn't too uncomfortable for me to actually make that change, because it didn't make me sick, didn't cause me harm, and it wasn't a bad enough motivation for me to change. So I spent a year in this process. And then I sat down and I got really clear on something. And this is where at the beginning of the year or any time of the year, it doesn't matter whether it's New Year's or a Tuesday or a new quarter or whatever it is, when you can set goals and intentions and desires, when you can connect with this internal commitment and locate, like get still and quiet enough to identify what is the goal that I want for me. That's the first part. And then the second part is, why is this important? What is the goal, the intention, the desire? And why do I have this? And to check in with yourself. If you're sitting there saying, well, everybody else is doing it, so I should do it too. Probably not your goal to set. There might be a different variation of it that lights you up. But that's what I'm more interested in, is what is true and right and real for you, and what can you do so that it lights you up. So when you can get connected to this internal commitment, then how that goal unfolds usually becomes effortless. And it's just like, wow, here I go. And so when I sat down and made this commitment to changing the way I eat and got clear on why it was important, I made this deep internal connection. And from that place, starting that morning, I went 28 days with no gluten, no dairy, piece of cake, not a problem at all. But it was driven from this internal commitment and the why, and then accountability. Those are the three factors: the internal commitment, the why behind it. Why is it important for you? What about that lights you up? Like you get so excited about it. And then the accountability. Those are the three components whenever you or your clients, and this is something that I want you to share with your clients, because right now your clients are grasping for the transformation that they want. And a lot of them are setting New Year's resolutions because they think they should. And it's based on the shoulds, and they're shoulding all over themselves, and they're setting themselves up for failure and disappointment, but not to mention the hard route that they're taking because they're running the energy of blame and judgment and shame and guilt and self-doubt and all this stuff. They're trying to fend that off while they're trying to work towards those goals. And it's a tug of war that is brutal on your energy, your health, your inspiration, your creativity. And most people just give up. So set yourself up, set your clients up for success, for thriving, and to enjoy the process along the way. Right? It's not just about the end destination, but it's how do we show up every minute of every day, every hour of every day of every week of every month. How do we continuously show up inside the deep commitment, the why, and the accountability to create real transformation and that lasting impact that makes a difference on you, your clients, and the people around you? And that's why you've heard me talking about this for a while now. I'm going to be talking about it for the next few weeks to come. But we have set up a live event in February at the early part of the year so that you can do exactly that for your business. Because right now I'm hearing a lot of people talk about, oh, well, so-and-so is doing this marketing, so I should do that. Or so-and-so is doing this strategy, so I should do that. And I hear all of these coaches and these startup practitioners shitting all over themselves. And it's not going to be a fun few weeks. It's going to be a lot of external hard work and a lot of internal battle in your mind with the judgment, blame, shame, guilt, all this stuff. I should be doing better. It should be going better. Why does it work for them and not for me? Like all that shit's going to be rattling through your head, and that's not a fun way to start. So we intentionally set this live event. We're going to gather for 3 days so that you can get out of that state of ambivalence. It is beyond time to get out of the state of ambivalence in your business, to get connected to your goals for your business, the impact that works for you, identifying the business plan, the strategies, the marketing strategies that work for you and light you up so that you can get those clients, generate that revenue, and create that transformation for your clients and for yourself. So you can click below and claim your ticket. We do need to know who's coming, so we've got to have a head count because we're just a few weeks away from this. I'm so excited. We've got to have a head count because we're going to be ordering supplies and materials. We've got some surprises and goodies in store for you. So we got to know that you're coming. So click below and claim your ticket. Let this be the moment when you get out of that state of ambivalence, when you connect with your deeper why, when you understand what lights you up. And then you have the accountability in the community to make this the most amazing ride ever. And that is my wish for you in 2018, is that this is the year finally that you create the business beyond your wildest dreams. And if you're just getting started, I want you to start out with a bang right out of the gate. If you've been doing this for a while and you're like, yeah, my business is pretty good, it's time to go from good to great to better, right? And we want to just knock this out of the park because it just keeps getting better. I've been doing this for 14 years, and every year after every year, we continue to increase in the impact, increase in the number of clients we work with, increase in the revenue that we make, and increase our lifestyle. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have the business beyond your wildest dreams so you can live the lifestyle beyond your wildest dreams and make the biggest impact beyond your wildest dreams. And we're going to dive into that full out in full fun and full fierceness at the live event in February. So click below, claim your ticket, get out of ambivalence, get into commitment. I'll see you there.